Welcome everybody. Appreciate you stopping by and watch my videos. We're on my massive farm here. You know, I've had a lot of people ask me how come I play these older games like FS15 or FS17. You know, I just enjoy playing them. You know, I don't have the hassle of any kind of work, you know, like landscaping or steering assist, or you know, if I want to hire a worker, I'll hire a worker, and he does an actually a good job. So, for example, this is a hire worker that's working now. He's going straight down the field with no problem. You know, just watch him for a while. And I don't see nothing wrong with these older maps. You know, yeah, they might be old, but I enjoy playing them. Just take a look at these older maps, you know, especially following me along on my channel here. Alright, watch this worker. Now that's pretty darn cool. There's no fancy lines that you have to follow, or you know, or sit here and gripe about the guy ain't doing the right job or not doing this or doing that. I think he's doing a fine job myself. But most of the time I just do it myself. You know, you ain't gripe about it, do it yourself, you know. In the way I look at it. You know, a lot of people may disagree with me, but oh well, it's your opinion, you know. And if I want to play these older games, I will. You know, I look at it as my channel. You know, if you don't like what you see on here, move on. I don't really care, really. But I do have a fun time on here. You know, I met a lot of nice people on here. So no, there ain't absolutely nothing wrong with these older maps. You know, they're just not as fancy as it is in 22 and 25. But hey, they all work the same way. You know, you plow the field up, you cultivate it, you fertilize it, plant it, harvest it, sell crops. You know, same old, same old. But it is kind of different playing from these older maps to the newer ones, you know. Especially in this one right here. 17, you know, it depends on what map you play on, you know. Goldcrest Valley has been around for quite a while. Witchbridge Hills is the oldest map, well, one of the oldest ones that came to console. Westbridge actually came to console back in 2013. That I do know because I have a disc gun for my PS3, and it's on that. Whispers Hills is, so that's one of the old maps. Go Kart Strategy came out in 2017, and it's been on every map there, every game that came out so far except for 25. And it would not surprise me one darn bit. Somebody will transfer it over. You know, there's already a Whispers Hills, so wouldn't surprise me one bit. So, on my Massey Ferguson farm, that's all I have been using is Massey Ferguson stuff. It's the old Massey Ferguson pack. So, that's all I've been using. But there's one thing about this map is you see the grass, you see the trees. You can cut any of this grass. It doesn't have to be on your property. The trees, you can cut them down if you want. It doesn't have to be on your property. It's all for free. The only thing that you really want to buy are the fields. Some of the fields are pretty expensive, you know. But that's part of life, I guess, you know. That's the only thing you buy, really, if you really want to do any kind of farming or logging's actually free, you know, that you don't have to pay for nothing except for the equipment, you know. I do have a logging map on this FS17. I did do some live streams on it, and I also did some videos on it. I have fun playing on these maps. Yeah, especially my favorite ones. We're almost done with this field. That's cool. Cool. I did turn the crops up on fast, so the crops should be growing pretty fast, but I've not turned the time up yet. There's no sleep trigger at the house on 17 here, so the only way you want to sleep is turn the time up to 120 and just let it run. One thing is kind of cool about this game, you know, about 17, is that there's no sleep trigger, you know. There's a cheat mod that you can download if you really want to get some extra money, you know. But there's other ways of making money besides using the cheat mods. So I got all three of my fields here planted, so you see them growing already. So that's because I have the crop thing on fast, so it's growing faster than you expected. So let's pull this back in there. This is my my seed and fertilizer stuff back in here, so just lower that down. So that's pretty cool. I don't think I have anything in my elevators over there, but we could double check here. This is my cultivator. That's all I use. Cultivator and my planter so far. So let's take a look at see what we have. I don't think we have anything up there. I think we sold everything. But we'll take a look here. I just like the sound of these tractors. Pretty cool. I like the smoke of them. Exhaust smoke that come out of exhaust. That's pretty cool. Let's see what we have here. I don't think we have anything, otherwise it would show up. Oh, I ain't even under the pipe. Yeah, dummy. There we go. Yeah, it's all empty. Oh, no, I ain't. Oh, sunflowers. Let's do sunflowers. I thought it was empty. All right, 90% sunflowers. We'll take that. Let's see where that goes. I don't remember. This is an awesome, nice map. Uh-oh. There we go. Sunflowers. 1365. How you going there? 1365 is the best one. Let's go Gold Crust Pacific Green. That's right across the highway over there. I call it the highway, but ooh, calm down there, tractor. So I don't know how long I'll be on here playing, so but I just thought I'd get on here and chit chat for a while, blow some smoke, I guess they call it. That's what they call it. So some people enjoy just sitting and listening to me chit chat, and some people just sit there and going, what's he doing now? He's doing the same thing over and over and over. I do a lot of it off screen, so a lot of it you don't see. A lot of it you don't see, but a lot of it you do. But no, I don't. I enjoy playing this game. I really enjoy it. I have not got any gold nuggets off this game, so, and I never have, never will. So I know there's some on here, but I never really looked for them. Alrighty. Got that one. See, 9,870 for a load of sunflowers. That's not a bad deal. Not a bad deal at all. Maybe I'll have enough money to buy another field. So that's what my goal is, buy another field. So, because I want to do some hay in, just for the heck of it. But I need another field to do hay in. So. And let's see how much that field is, first of all. So I want to cross the road up here by the elevators. We're up here anyways, might as well check. So. Yeah, it's this field right here. Isn't mine, but we'll go down there and look, see what they want for it. That is the prettiest mountain I've ever seen in a long time. Too bad you can't get up too close to it. See it. Let's see how much they want for it. 46,000. I don't think I have enough money. Unless I go to the bank. But it'd be worth it. So, it would be worth it. Oh, I wanted my cover off. That's what it is. I don't know what's next. Corn. 63 wheat's got more wheat in there than anything else. Barley, canola, soybeans. Let's do corn. All right, 79%. So that's not bad. No, you never know what map I'm going to play on next, or what game I'm going to play on next. So take a gamble. Corn, what are you doing on corn? 796. Benty, the bakery. We can handle that. That's in town. So take a little trip to town then, I guess. It's always nice to check. I don't tag them. I know pretty much where everything is at in this map, so it's kind of nice. Maybe if I get half of it, and I can borrow the other half from the bank. So there you go. Don't forget the two important dates coming up this month. So one's in a couple of weeks, and one's in 2 weeks, the other's in 3 weeks. So, bakery. Uh-oh. This way. I almost missed my corner. You can't miss the bakery. It's got the muffins on top. So, there we go. No, I think it'd be awful cool to play this with other people. Map itself. So I've done it before on FS22 with two of my good friends. So, but it'd still be kind of cool to play with somebody else. As long as they have 22 and pretty cool. But it's hard to get good players to play with you. Some people like tons and tons of mods. Some people don't hardly like hardly any mods. Me, I don't mind mods as long as they're less than 20. Anything else, forget it. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to sit here and download hundreds and hundreds of mods just to, you know, play a game. No. I'm sorry. And another thing, I don't like maps where you have to download mods. No, forget it. I don't like that. Canola. You might as well just forget it. Alright, I think we get canola here. So, what's the best place? 930, 935 is the best. All right, back to that. So my crops are growing slowly. I might have to hold off on the loads and turn my time up. Tardy grow. So that's probably my last load. So, but I just want to thank everybody for stopping by and watching my videos. I know that sometimes it can be boring or I'm on the same map all the time, but I have my certain maps I like to play on. So I have tried newer maps and other maps, but you get used to playing on something. It's just one of my favorite maps. So I guess ain't nothing wrong with that, you know. But people think I'm crazy for playing on these older maps. I don't think I am. You know, I have just as much fun on these older maps than I do on the newer ones. So, you know, my chosen, I guess. But, you know, thanks everybody for hanging out with me today. Appreciate it. Even though it's just for a little while, it's better than nothing, I guess. I have to watch how many videos I put out. So, hey, thanks for all the nice comments I get. And I try and answer them the best way I know how. So, until then, everybody have a wonderful day, and thanks for hanging out for me with me for a little bit here. I appreciate it. So, I'm gonna park this old bestie here and enjoy the rest of the day. And I'll just let the crops grow until it's time to harvest them. So, till then, have a good day, everybody. And thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Close back window open this tractor before it rains. Shut the door. Oops. There you go. All right. Everybody have a wonderful day. We'll catch you on the flip side of another one.